So this video is going to be a little different than most that I post. On the Jalopy Journal, we're doing sort of a virtual garage tour of sorts to kill time during the coronavirus mess. And I figured I'd do the same, but post it on my Garage Journal channel just to sort of kill two birds with one stone. In any case, here we are. This building here is my office, and this building here is my shop. And I call it the studio altogether, but I'm trying to train myself to call it the lab because it's just cooler if it's a lab, right? In any case, the office was built, I don't know, probably 20 years ago. It was on the property when I bought it, and then I built the shop part a few years later, and I've been in the shop, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now. In any case, let's go inside and I'll show you how it's all laid out. I'm in the middle of, I think, 3 projects right now, so it's fairly messy relative to how it normally is, but I kind of wanted this video to be more casual and realistic. So this first corner is basically where I store raw materials, lumber and whatnot, and I'm low right now, which sucks because there's lots of projects I would love to be working on top of the stuff I'm already doing. But most of you guys know this car. This is Lee Pratt's Shoebox. It's a fantastic car. I've always loved it. I had written like 3 or 4 features on this car when Lee owned it. And I don't know, when he put it up for sale, I was like, man, I think I kind of have to own it. So I bought it and I've had it ever since. And yeah, I love that car. And this is typically way cleaner, but like I said, I'm in the middle of a lot of projects right now and things are just kind of strung about. These toolboxes hold most of my automotive tools. And then this is the BF MFT, which is what I built on the Garage Journal a few months back. And it holds most of my woodworking stuff. This is my proudest drawer, all measuring tools and Kaizen foam and whatnot. It makes me so happy. This is a keyboard project I'm working on. I hope to have this video done hopefully this week, actually. It's been a fun one. Lots of soldering, but it's been fun. Okay, this is the Tardell Cochran Coupe. I actually burned up the starter on this last week. So I have another coronavirus project, which will be replacing the starter in this thing. It is still fun and fast as shit for a flathead car, which is awesome. And then here is my NASA table saw, which I think I did a video on this. Yeah, I did. I did a video on making the fence. And then my other machines, that's all like restored Delta and Craftsman. You know, 1930s, 40s era home shop stuff. It all works well. The sander's great. Best drill press ever, in my opinion. And the bandsaw is just okay, but it gets the job done, I guess. I would actually like to have a bigger one that, you know, I can set up properly and has better blade guides and things like that. But I converted this one to variable speed, and it does okay. It's not for fine work, and I can't really resaw stuff very accurately, but it works. You can see I've got a makeshift fence on it right now, and lots of project crap strung around my table saw. My next big project, I think, is going to be a welding table that is going to go here, and I think I'm going to move my table saw to the other side of the BF MFT, so the BF MFT becomes kind of a outfeed table. Next, my Soapbox Derby car. About a year ago, a friend of mine, Steve-O, and I went to an auction, and I had to have it, so I have it. And I keep telling myself I'm going to find something cool to do with it. I just haven't found it yet. And then this one, off topic to the Jalopy Journal, but some of the Garage Journal guys might like it. It's a 1990 Porsche 964. It's the best driving car ever made, in my opinion. So this one is a 3.8 liter RS motor. It's about 400 horsepower, and This is really fun to drive. It's just a great car. I actually bought this instead of buying stocks about 4 or 5 years ago. And it turns out it was a pretty good idea. Over in this corner, my compressor, obviously. This has got to be organized someday. My clamps just sit on the floor. I've got my welder and my battery. It's just a random gathering of crap that I need to organize and fix. And then my little toy CNC that just sort of half-ass works. Lumber rack. Got my joiner there again, 30s era Night Delta stuff. And this is, I don't know if you've ever seen the video where I almost burned down my shop, but this is where that all went down. Then we're back around to the messy workbench full of project crap. And then the BFMFT. So that's pretty much the shop. I guess the one thing I skipped was, if you look up, that's my loft. There's some crazy stuff in those boxes right there. Someday you'll know about it. But that's pretty much it. Then you go through this bay door, which I normally keep closed when I'm working out in the shop. This just takes you into the office. And for the Jalopy Journal guys, here's the 38. I know it looks like I've made no progress, and well, honestly, I haven't made any progress, but recently got some wheels for it, which are going to be bitching. A good friend of mine hooked me up, and I'm really excited. So here's the door to get into the office from the outside. This is sort of the shipping and receivings department. So t-shirts, hats, books, that kind of thing. This is the shipping and receiving computer. This is the table where I pack everything and ship it. And I'm actually in the middle of a remodel of the office, so it's again like the office, kind of in disarray. This is the office setup that I just built a couple of weeks ago for the Garage Journal. I'm really loving it. And it's flanked by 2 old steel case desks, and I still haven't done my shelves, but I'm getting there. This is typically the living room, but it's all torn apart right now. Those are the covers to the cars. I normally keep the cars covered when I'm working out in the shop. So, and then here's I actually showed a lot of this on the Jalopy Journal. This is my storage closet that has become my library. Believe it or not, there's over 1,200 magazines in here. They're all organized really well and labeled. Super, super happy with it. This is also my dark room where I do all my film photography stuff. And then the last thing to see is the kitchen. So I think I did I did a video on building these cabinets on the Garage Journal. That was a fun project, actually. And it's a mess in here. But yeah, I know I'm not going to even edit this video. I'm just going to kind of, put it online and post it, and hopefully it's casual enough for you to get a real idea of what it's like. A lot of times you see these shop tours online and they're all cleaned up and beautiful and edited perfectly, and you're like, man, I wish my shop was like that. And keep in mind also that I'm using a super wide angle lens, so it probably looks a lot bigger than it is. My office is 30 foot wide by 40 foot long, and the shop is 32 feet wide by 40 foot long. So it's not a huge space, but certainly bigger than I ever thought I'd have, and it's worked out pretty well for me. So that's it. I think everyone should have like a working goal for what their shop should be, what their workspace should be. And you know that scene in Iron Man where Iron Man has like that office shop full of technology but also cool old shit? That's kind of what I want someday. I'm a long ways from there, but in any case, yeah, that's it. So hopefully later this week I will do a video on my prototype keyboard, which you see right here. Super proud of it. It's rad. I got to build some sort of a wrist rest. That's coming, I guess. But other than that, yeah. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you guys later.